So Fatman.
So Sleazy. Now it explains the burp that I heard before we went on. There's a Canadian fuck that joined us. That explains it. Okay.
Canadian Hall of Famer fuck.
Yeah, I was going to say Hall of Famers rush home from work. I earned this shit. It's not just a gimmick, it's a way of life.
Oh, no, wait. That's the wrong
Not even
show.
my show.
God damn it. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys. All right.
This is the Fat Man. Sleazy's sounds like he sucked dick. I sound like I've sucked monkey dick.
So the show's being run by the fat Italians.
I just came from an Italian
I'm
restaurant.
sorry. The Italian Horseman.
The Italian Horseman. That's right.
Actually, it's actually apropos from what we talked about beforehand.
Right? I'll just quickly do intros and then just throwing it. I'm going to save my voice as much as possible. First is the only gold medalist of the wrestling show. Heavy G is with us.
What's happening? And
of course, the 2024 Wrestling Show Hall of Famer, the Proud Papa. Please welcome Ryan Williams.
Hey-o. I can't wait. I told Michaela, if the ring doesn't turn my finger like the Jeopardy one did, I'm never taking it off. I'm always wearing it like anywhere. Like, fuck it. Let's go.
So, fuck it. You guys do the rest. I can't talk as much at all.
Okay, so Sleazy he apparently went to my neck of the woods, didn't even tell me, got us for Herpalades, and then went back home. So anyone who watched the pre-show, cool.
I did. Actually, I did, then I didn't, then I did. I started watching it for a bit because it was like 2-hour pre-show. I like to watch wrestling content and all that, so it was on in the background. Halfway through, Michaela gets rotted, wants to watch A Handmaid's Tale, so she starts watching that. And then I'm like looking at the time, and it's like, kids are home. It wasn't that handmade. So I look at the time, it's like 7 o'clock so I say this stuff for my time. It's 7 o'clock my time, pay-per-view starts 7:30. Like, this show, where we at, Michaela? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, the wrestling's on. She's like, it doesn't start at 7:30. I was like, the pre-show's on, darling. I like wrestling. I want to see what they're talking about. Something somewhere usually talks about something about the show. She just shoots me a dirty look. So we finished the episode, and it's like 10 after 7, and I get to fucking throw the pre-show back on. So I did, but I didn't, but I did.
I actually did watch it too. All right. Really nothing really. It was just that. All right. So Survivor Series opens with a women's WarGames match, which is Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, I almost fell backwards, some Asian, and Bailey versus, I had to, Sleazy can't talk, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffy Time, and Candice LeRae. Match with 38 minutes and 15 seconds. John Canton gave this 3.5 stars. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast. Okay, here we go. Ow, that looks bad. Oh yeah.
That's got to be a copyright amount now.
And
what the fuck was that?
Nia Jax like
being the drizzling shit.
I am the night.
So Nia Jax being Nia Jax, like
she was one of the biggest problems of the entire match. That's the worst, most egregious part. There are multiple spots she fucked up. There are spots that just didn't look good. Other than that, It wasn't as good as other women's war game matches, but it wasn't bad. Once again, love the callback with EO and the trash can, because of course, when I think of taking out the trash, I think Asians, whatever. My biggest problem, and it happens in the men's war game match, but not as bad. Figure out where the fuck you're putting your shit and get it out there. We don't need 10 fucking minutes of you looking under the fucking ring where to get your shit. Okay? Come on.
I'm trying to remember. Was that Tangaloa again? Because it just fit in the
Tagalo,
dog.
he was the most offensive in the
I
men's
think
one.
it's done purposely at this point.
I swear to God, yeah, because it was like 5 or 6 times they did in this match, and it was just it just felt weird. Like the part of the reason why the Nia Jax thing happened was Candice LeRae was working on trying to get, I think, a third chair or something. I don't know. That being said, 3 stars. It was fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Broke.
Starting the match with Nia Jax was a choice.
To be honest, to be fair, when I was doing the scorecard for this, I put Nia coming in last. And then and when Nia come in first, first question was, that's weird. Why would they do that? And then I was able to justify it in my head for if the heels were coming in the way
the advantage.
Yeah, then Nia would have been last then. But where the heels didn't have the advantage, there was no sense in making Nia be the last one. It's how I justified the booking in my head.
Because she could take 2-on-1, 3-on-2, 4-on-3. Yeah, that makes sense.
It was a wrong choice because the match was fucking not great. No, and yes, as a character,
From a booking choice, yeah.
From a booking choice, it made sense, but for a pure match entertainment standpoint, it was the 100% wrong thing to do. Yeah, I said the same thing in my notes here. Looking underneath the ring and not knowing where your shit is. What the fuck?
To be fair,
there's a way to prevent that.
Well, yes. Fuck you, first of all.
Well, hold on. There is a way to prevent it. Practice. Where you're going to put your shit.
I'm going to give them a little bit of a pass here because even in the indies they do the same thing. It's not the wrestlers that put it under the ring.
No,
it's assholes like me.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
So,
but we try to tell you assholes where to put it in a certain way, and for the most part, you don't really have an issue. But with 2 fucking rings,
10 people getting hardware, yeah.
And so Heavy G shot me a look when I said practice. I gave it three.
Talking about practice.
I gave it 3 1/4. I thought it was a good match, but it was the worst women's war games match. Let's just face it. It really was.
Really?
100%. 100%. The worst women's war games match.
The worst being 3 1/4 still says a lot about it. Yeah.
I'll take Reigns next, I guess. Give you guys, and then
I just want to quickly touch on this one. It might be my worst as well, but I wouldn't know.
But Rhea pinning Liv was the right call. It was a predictable thing. You knew that was going to happen.
Did you though? With the EO thing coming up, like EO being built as a challenger, you can confidently say you knew they were going to do Rhea.
Oh, yeah,
even with EO being the next challenger.
WarGames is built up for her and Rhea and Liv. Like I thought that in my head. Okay, EO's getting a shot at Saturday night's main event. Maybe she wins over. Maybe she doesn't beat Liv, but wins for her team.
Okay, fair enough.
But the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, no, this is built up between Rhea and Liv. It's gonna come down to those 2.
Oh, and Rhea was like outside the injury angle. Rhea was the last one added to the team.
Yeah, so I was what the fuck was that? 77% confident that
77
because 7's always the answer. That Rhea was gonna pin Liv. All right, now Ryan.
It reminded me of last year's WarGames match where it was just off for a while, and then when it got good, it got really good. Like just how everything played out with it. Like, it's funny to think back of the other, because there's been 6 women's WarGames matches, and to say this was the worst one made me think of the other ones going, maybe, but like, I'd have to watch all other 5 and just kind of remember. Yes, this was slapped together just because they wanted a women's WarGames match, but it's still, in the end, put everybody over, delivered. We had our cool trash can spot. It was we had our Tiffy time, so we had all that cool shit. I, being the statistician of the show,
Who the fuck is that?
well, we got a whole crew here tonight, boys. There was 2 undefeated streaks ended in women's WarGames matches. Raquel Rodriguez and Candice LeRae is the first time in 3 WarGames that they have lost. I thought that was pretty cool, and also some Asian was been in all 6. Yeah.
That you done, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
All right, let's
rating?
go. Brian doesn't do star ratings. Go ahead, Heavy G, because I know you're gonna shit all over this.
You overrating pieces of
What
shit.
the fuck?
2.
2.
So it couldn't even be a house show match.
No. Number 1, it was so disjointed with looking for weapons, which they really don't need. Because you have a cage, Naya's horrible chair shots in the beginning and just messing up the match. The only thing I like about it is the right person died, the right person got the pin. Other than that, it was pure shit.
Wow.
Okay, get off my fucking lawn, Jesus Christ! All right,
DT, I don't know if you've understood, but like Sleazy can barely talk and Fat Man can half talk. So it's just
Yeah.
us basically running the talking shit.
Oh, so it's us. We're playing big filler tonight, boys.
well, go ahead.
Oh, let's fucking talk about this trash compactor of a fucking match.
What the fuck? What did we watch the same match?
These, I love you.
Let me get this stuff in.
Fucking cooked it, homie.
Okay. So that beginning was the most atrocious thing I've ever seen. Start of Bad start. Bad start. But once we got all in there and it all started percolating a little, get a little Rhea Ripley like, hey, Mask, I got a scar. Hey, I kind of look hot, but I also kind of kick ass. It pepped it up a little bit.
I don't know how to help
went
the
from
match, but
a-
okay.
It went from a sludge poop emoji to just a solid one. Very, very hard.
Instead of being diarrhea, that's what Sleazy's been having. It was just a solid normal deuce.
What I'm having now.
Right as we speak. He has a
It's
diaper on.
like a good poop with like when you pop a couple of Imodium AD and it's finally solid and it just
The fact that the only other guy on my side can't fucking talk this week sucks. Like, I think you guys are underrating this. It came in with a lot of hate for no reason. But like, it was just like last year's. Last year started off, what the fuck is this? Because again, it was a match.
I think last year's, yeah, you were right to start it off, but last year's I think had more better spots and better action when they all got in here than this year's.
and why the fuck did we paint a trash can?
How dare you?
I think Sleazy was speaking British there. I'm not sure.
I
So Ryan or Dietz gave it the poop emoji.
Yes,
Have we put a number on that one yet?
Poop.
Can I say this?
No.
You
Fuck him. Say it anyways.
Go ahead.
think, you think the chair shots were that bad, Maya, because Nia knows she can get reckless and injure people?
The rumors online were because she was gassed. And she just didn't really throw him properly because she was gassed. Because she was gone 8 minutes.
I just think she doesn't know how to throw a chair shot. Because it looked like she was going to hit him over the head, and she's like, shit, I can't do that. And then she swung. I don't think it was gas. I think natural reaction, hit him over the head, and like, oh crap, I forgot, and then she just barely tapped that. That's what I think happened.
You know what I think happened here is that she had to pull an audible because Candace hadn't gotten in the ring yet. So she started swinging chairs without calling spots. And she has no acumen inside the ring. She can't like ad lib at all. So when she tries to,
you don't have to go for fucking weapons.
like, you could have easily, she's big enough that you could have done the rib shots everywhere. You know what I mean? You just hold the front of it, just like Triple H used to do the hammer. Yeah, hit everyone in the side. If you don't think that's going to work, especially side of the head, holy shit, dude. Like, I think that's, if she was able to ad-lib better, they would have looked better. But she can't, so she didn't, and that's what they looked like.
So, like we said before, Nia Jax would be a Nia Jax.
Well, I know Ryan had stated that she was gassed or something. That might also be true.
That was the rumor I read online about it. Was that apparently she was gassed 8 minutes in.
I mean,
but I'm not 8 minutes in. I used to get gassed.
I'm gassed. I'm fucking gassed. Get out to the fucking ring. What are you talking about?
He's gassed walking to the bathroom.
Like, the chair shots weren't even a bother to me, to be honest with you. It was the repetitive leg drop spot that fucking the lackadaisical. Oh,
okay, Hulk Hogan fan, calm the fuck down.
You goddamn right.
Yeah, those chair shots are like Hulk Hogan in WCW.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Listen.
Come at me, bro.
You put anybody on the ground the size of a twig, and if I repeatedly drop my leg on them over and over and over, there's this thing called weight and gravity. That's probably one of the realest looking fucking things. Like,
no, I'm actually on your side, Ryan. Like,
okay, good.
He's bitching and complaining about a leg drop spot. I'm like, okay, Hogan fan. Like,
goddamn right.
No, I'll defend that because it's just a logic to it.
Yeah.
If I wasn't afraid of falling on my tailbone, I would throw so many leg drops and Rikishi drivers when I was wrestling.
Oh God!
See,
I didn't have thick enough legs to do pile driver style stuff anyway, but I was always terrified of just fucking, like Owen Harding somebody or Austin somebody. No thanks.
Ready. United States Championship. L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Hey.
Someone said affirmative and they're stupid. Versus another Asian. That's two Asians on the show. What the fuck's going on? 9 minutes and 45 seconds. Canton gave this the Mike Sanders.
Ooh. And Asian won a title on a pay-per-view. Let's put that out there. So you got two
title on a PLE, baby.
I put down in the chat, I'm like, wait a minute. An Asian won on a PLE?
Ooh.
Let alone won a title. And nobody saw it coming.
To it. Well, 50-50. Because I'm all like, okay, are they going to really do this where they're going to debut? Nakamura's been gone forever. Are they going to debut him just to take a loss to LA Knight? Because honestly, the right kid died. I think. But
they would, though, because
they've done it before. They've done it before. That's why I'm like, would they do it again? That's why I think LA Knight's gonna win because I think they're just gonna give him a win against a quality opponent. But debuting a quote new character for Nakamura and having him win the title is actually the right decision. So I didn't see a title change coming, but it actually was the right call. Ryan, finish. Sorry.
I was completely shocked. I do tell you to be honest, because I didn't expect it. And even reading dirt sheets on rumors on what would happen and just been watching WWE for so long, a multitude of matches between a couple of people, that's not uncommon. Not anymore. 2 or 3 special events or premium lives or whatever. For them to have 3 and 4 matches in a feud doesn't shock me. I didn't think they were going to pull the trigger this quick and give Nakamura the belt immediately. I figured LA Knight was just going to barely make it out or a misplay. You know what I mean? Something that Nakamura didn't lose, but he lost. but it still set it up for the next match.
Like a DQ or something like that.
Yeah, something that would have pushed it off. Like
He got
it's
caught
just-
with the mist.
That's what caught me off guard. The Nakamura one, it was like, holy shit, that just happened. I also did enjoy the match because I like both of them anyways, but all I'll take from that match is going to be the shock of, holy shit, Nakamura won.
I'm going to go to Deets.
Thank you. So, I like this match. This match was fun. The problem I have with this match is I knew exactly what was happening as soon as the music hit for LA Knight. You could read the body language on him and see he was fucking losing.
Said the same thing to my girlfriend when we watched it. I looked at him and
there was swagger.
I said the same thing. I'm like, is he gonna lose? And then she's all like, oh, what do you mean? I'm like, he looks pissed. Like, I thought like the pissed look was all like, oh, he's pissed at Nakamura. No, he looks like I'm losing the title pissed.
He was mad. And then he even dropped the title.
Did you? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If
Yep.
you think about it, if he was pissed about losing it, he dropped it during his entrance.
Yep. And that's where I immediately said, I'm like, okay, LA Knight's losing, but what's the finish? Wasn't expecting clean. Not at all. And this reminded me of OG Knack. Came and like I even said it in our little group. They finally just let him be a samurai warrior and be a fucking badass. They threw a little more Japanese and just went full-fledged into it. His music's got the whole twang to it now. I like the move. I like the match. To me, this was the start of the show. Like, okay, we recovered from a shit.
I still think they're
solid
enough.
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, great stuff.
Heavy G.
I also gave it 3.5. I mean, I liked the match. Loved Nakamura's entrance. And did you hear the announcers when he dropped the title saying, "Oh, he's just intimidated by Nakamura"?
Great save.
Yeah, really great.
Great save.
DDT on the now. There's the thing right there. About using a weapon. The DDT on the steel plate between the two rings. Phenomenal. I also think the right person died because I'm going to be honest with you. To me personally, I think Knight's a better chaser than a champion.
Some guys are like that.
Yeah,
Once they get the belt, it's all like, oh, now
it's over.
Yeah,
they're better off chasing than winning it. Like to me, I don't want to say like a Shawn Michaels. He's not in Shawn Michaels territory, but you know what I mean. He's more of getting there, just maybe not getting or just getting it, and only having it for a little bit.
He's good for the 2-month run.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. So, I love the match. I think LA Knight took a stiff elbow, a stiff back elbow, but he ate it. But yeah, I thought the match was good. 3.5.
All right, Sleazy.
I guess the upshot out of all of this, other than the fact that holy shit, Nakamura actually won something for some. I was in the same boat as everyone else here. Are they going to rip the title right off of LA Knight after all that? And are they going to, feed knock to him? God damn it. There was at the end of the day, Knock needed the win more, without question.
Okay.
You're debuting a new character, you have to do it. You just can't not. I think I liked the match. I thought it was a good 3.5-star match as well. I think they're trying at the end of this feud. I don't think LA Knight's going to be going for the U.S. title anymore. I think they're going to push him off to something completely different because I think he's going up the card.
I see.
And I would be surprised if he makes Final Four at Rumble.
Ooh. You heard it first here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah.
Really?
Love that for Knock. I can't wait to see more Knock.
So, like, just before I can't believe Knock one comment. In the 8 years he's been in WWE, NXT champion twice, 2-time Intercontinental champion, 3-time United
Royal
States champion,
Rumble winner.
and he's SmackDown tag team champions. What do you mean they can't believe they gave something to Nakamura? Like,
Right?
that's
it
a great.
feels like it though. But it feels like it.
so we've been trained under the old regime that Nakamura is just always going to lose,
Right.
and he hasn't really been on the show.
All of that is under the old regime except one fucking U.S. title reign.
Right. And that's weird because he disappear, come back, take a loss, disappear, come back, take a loss. So we're just trained to be like he's going to lose because I love Asian. It's sad to say, but it's actually true. Now for the match, I guess I hated it the worst out of everyone. It was an okay match for a house show. I was not impressed with this match. Let me take a look. I think this is my worst match of the night. Yep, worst match of the night.
I'll agree to that sentiment. Solely, we'll look at the matches.
Well, yeah, but it was an okay match. Nakamura winning. Again, I was 50-50 on will they give it to him. Right Kid died, I thought, debuting character. Everyone else said so. So, I'm. Oh, what the fuck was that? Ugh. Oh, one of sleazy people cares. Okay.
Another mod.
So yeah, it was just it was what it was. It was just an okay match. But that's okay because there's a 3-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker versus Sheamus versus Ludwig Borga. Jesus.
I wish we had a Ludwig Borga fucking video.
Ludwig Kaiser. 14 minutes, 25 seconds. Can't give this 4 stars.
Way to shoot your mouth off.
I'll start. This was fucking great.
What a fucking banger.
This was so fucking good. 4 1/4. Absolutely fucking fantastic match. Absolutely love this. I actually expected Sheamus to win here.
There was a time when all 3 of these people, that's the finish. Wow.
Yep, same. But going into the match, I'm like, okay, Kaiser's in here to eat a pin. Sheamus is winning the title, and then he's going to feud with Breaker over the Intercontinental title. That's what I thought was going to happen. But Sheamus ate the pin, which was, I guess, actually not a good booking decision, probably the right one, because now he lost the Intercontinental champion. Now he's got to try to build his way back up to try to get the Intercontinental title, the one title he hasn't gotten. So we know that's probably going to be built towards Mania. So I like the storytelling in it. All 3 men looked absolutely fantastic in this match. Just a phenomenal triple threat match. I'm going to go to Sleazy because I know how much he loves triple threat matches.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get that DMCA strike.
It's all we can play, guys. I love that song more than anything else.
Sleazy, go ahead. I went to you.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to fuck around with this a little bit. So basically, for a triple threat match, it was really fucking good. Apparently, Sheamus and triple threat matches for me just
burger after burger after burger.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Boy.
Paul's finishes in this were great. The
when he pulls the ref out,
oh my god, yes, that was absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorite parts of the match. There's actually multiple favorite parts. All of them with Ludwig. How wonderful is that man from a character standpoint? How many times he plays little tiny bits and it's just perfect. Him turning around going, oh shit. Him getting caught with the 10 beats of the Bowery on the outside. Shit like that where it was just little character things. That shitbag heel, but it worked really good. Loved every second of it. I think the right person won here because I think this is Braun Breaker's time. It really is. This is the perfect time to keep him on the upward momentum. Obviously, I think one day he's going to be world champion sooner rather than later. But right now,
him and Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania 45 is going to be insane.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. But yeah, this is great. I think Fatman's right. They're building to Sheamus winning at WrestleMania with the IC title, but the question is which one? Oh, and 4 stars.
Deets.
So yeah, MVP Ludwig Kaiser.
Borg? Borga?
MVP of the entire damn show. So what a fucking performance. Homeboy threw at everything. It was a part of everything. This was so fucking fun. Sheamus 3-ways all day.
Sheamus 3-ways all day.
Goddamn right. Yeah, 4 stars, boy.
The heaviest of G's.
I give it 4 stars as well. Ludwig Kaiser, unbelievable. I actually thought he might win this match.
I had him going over in the scorecard.
I was away. I think it's the scorecard. I thought he was going to win the match. And in conjunction, I thought Gunther was going to lose. I thought this would have been a perfect way for Kaiser to split off with Gunther, having him win the title and doing that. But like you said, just the little things he does. Just the little things he does just makes that match. Sheamus look good. I love the old school Steiner look of Braun Breaker's gear. Love that. Match is fantastic. Yeah, I thought right person took the pin, but like you said, Breaker is on his way. They're pushing him strong, but not too fast. I think it's awesome. Great match. 4 stars.
All right, Ryan.
The right kid absolutely died. I get why they're up with Braun Breaker, but I go back to what I said. I absolutely thought Sheamus was winning this match. I absolutely thought fucking Bowser's son was winning this match. And before Braun won it, I thought Braun was it jumped around so much to me, and that's what made me like this match even more, because in a world that we're always trying to predict what happens and predictable is bad, none of this was predictable, and it made it better because you never really knew who was going to win because of Sheamus being a Grand Slam champion. Why not give it to Bowser's son? You know what I mean? Just the way they're doing the IC title these days anyways. So I just loved everything about this.
All right, because fuck you.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, it's not fuck Dave Meltzer. Because fuck you.
World
World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, Jesus Christ, thank you. Walter.
There.
Defense against Damian Priest, 19 minutes and 20 seconds. Can't give this. The Deets, 3 3/4. So Deets.
He's right. It's the old Deet special, boys. 3 3/4. This is kind of just like your basic ass iced tea. Nothing special, nothing good. It's just there. Just there. I'm tired. Just give me a good match. And it's for me. It's I'm not even going 3 3/4 is tough for me right now. But hey, I gotta have Damian Priest out of the world title photo or out of the picture now. Let it be Finn. Raw was amazing, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give it this show did not do justice, but Raw was. Here we go. But I just want to see where this kind of leads. It's probably going to lead to a three-way probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I need, 3 3/4. But I can't really say anything special about it because nothing really stood out in my mind.
Ryan.
The Balor ending, as much as it made me, it was the replay of their Survivor Series match. The Balor ending was another thing that to me came out of nowhere. Because as much as Balor's been saying it, that you're going to forget about me, like, I never thought Balor was interfering in this match. It never crossed my head. I just thought Gunther was going to beat him and they were going to have a handshake because Gunther's on his face turn, is all that was going through my head. And Balor comes out and I went, that's fucking great. Like, I popped for it personally because I know Balor and Priest aren't done, and they're going to have a better match than what they had. Or I hope so, anyways.
Right.
I just want to see Balor start cooking again because he's capable of putting on some fucking heat.
Mm-hmm. We'll go to Heavy G next.
3 stars. Like, nothing was good. I personally didn't like. I could see why Balor came in, but I just don't like. Let them have the match. And I just say that was probably Priest Triangle was probably one of the worst triangles I think I've ever seen in my life. That was absolutely horrific. I actually thought Priest was going to win this match at first, but I kind of like Gunther winning. Like the 3 stars. Just to me, it was good. Could have been better. I could have done without the interference.
You're perplexing me, Heavy G. You bitch and complain about old school War Games matches. You get an old school psychological match working on one body part the whole goddamn match that actually plays into the finish.
I didn't say it wasn't good. I didn't say it wasn't good. I'm not giving it 4 stars.
I gave it the Deed Special 3 3/4. I thought this was a great match. Way better than the SummerSlam match.
3.5. That better?
No, you said 3. That's going to stick. But, like, this was way better than their SummerSlam match to me. I thought the SummerSlam match was not great. This was way better. So, 3 3/4. Absolutely love this. I could have done without the Balor finish, to be honest. I thought that kind of brought it down a little bit because I was like, oh, Balor again? Like, it got old. But it was what it was. 3 3/4. I really like this match. Sleazy.
Was it me like every match just seemed like it just drug at the beginning and then it picked up halfway through? This was like another one that was just like the crowd was just, to me, just wasn't into it at the beginning, and then I guess you build toward the end, I guess, but
I just hear Ryan's keyboard freaking clicking away. That's all I hear.
I was updating the scorecard while we were talking.
I think while it is very similar to their SummerSlam finish, the fact that Gunther got involved, like took a swing at Finn after the fact, actually made it a little bit nicer.
He did kick him in the face, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at least there was a sense of, no, fuck you. I'm still going to do this myself. Go fuck off somewhere. So I think, yeah, they're building up to the triple threat. I'm not sure I'm going to like the triple threat, but whatever. Match was fine. 3.5. I think they did a better job of telling the story, getting into it, than actually having the match. They really did a good job of selling this.
All right. Men's War Games match.
Oh, before they actually get to the War Games, I have the little pre-tape they did before it. I thought it was pretty interesting. I actually have the clip for it for you, okay? Let me see if I can bring it up here. Yep.
Vegetarian Jefferson, Texas A&M.
The Gloucester Hot Dunkin' Chud, University of Wisconsin.
Swartherton L. Gooding Splat, Saskatchewan University.
Okay, that's all I can play of that before we get demonetized again.
Quattro.
God damn it. That's exactly what they did, too, right?
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
It was great. It really was fucking phenomenal. But yeah, on to the men's war games.
The Bloodline versus the OG Bloodline, but with CM Punk. 41 minutes and 55 seconds. Can't give this 4 1/4. I want to start with Heavy G because I know how much he absolutely loves WWE WarGame matches. They're his favorite match.
3 stars. And I'm being generous at 3 stars.
And the look Ryan gave you.
To me, the War Games are perverted in WWE. To me, War Games, cage, put the top on it. I'm sorry. Oh, if they escape the cage, that's the thing. You don't want them to escape. You don't want them to have the chance to escape. 2, weapons. You saw how much it hurt the women's War Games match. Oh, just 3, submission or surrender. You have 10 guys in that double cage and all these freaking weapons, and the ref doesn't get a ref bump.
There's no
They
need
don't
for
attack the ref in any way.
There's no need
to
for
stop
it.
a pin. Come on, to me it just. Ugh. And then you on top of it, you have these outrageous spots that you can't do if there's a top on the cage. You don't have Bronson Reed getting injured. You don't have Jimmy Uso getting injured. Trash. You can use that steel plate in the center. Use the cage. Use what you have. And like I said, to me, pinfalls are just horrible. Like you said, by working a body part, getting a submission, maybe have Soa be put in a guillotine. Maybe have CM Punk win the match. If you're gonna do this whole thing between Roman and CM Punk, have CM Punk get the Anaconda Vice on Tama the Tongaloa. Garbage. 3 stars.
Ryan, tell him exactly how wrong he is on basically everything he just said.
The first fucking logic of it's garbage but 3 stars shows you why your star ratings are nonsense, boss. Garbage should be 1 star. Garbage should be half a star. I would assume, because that's how garbage defines. This was a fucking 5-star match to me.
Oh.
This was fucking amazing. I don't care about your old school bastardized versions of War Games. There's no sell on the cage.
Old school bastardized? This is
there's no top on the cage for that cool moment spot in these matches. Nobody's ever going to leave the cage. We all know this. That's there so they can get shit in and do cool shit.
Did we notice all the pop culture references in this match?
No, not all.
So, my favorite one had to be right fucking in the beginning with Homeboy just crawling across, just screaming, yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh.
And somebody puts up the Mario theme of Mario crawling on a freaking cage. And it's just like, what are we seeing in 2024?
I was saying everything about this.
That's a perversion to War Games, man.
Perversion. Listen, we had.
Hey, if it doesn't have a 4 horsemen in it, it's a dog shit match, and no one should be praising it.
It's the shits. But at the
same, it was shit. 5 stars.
It was a fun little run, folks. Everybody got good spots. Even fucking Tongalioa actually had something. He gave something.
He didn't fuck up too much.
But he did something. I kind of popped for when they pulled Roman off. Didn't realize how bad Bronson Reed ate shit.
But it was the edge thing. Boys, you're doing your splash. You're supposed to land flat. You decide to jump from the top of a cage and you want to land on your legs and your feet. Just eat the fucking face bump or don't do the bump.
Your choice, your call.
This is why I never went off the top rope, because I knew I would eat the face bomb. And
He went off
500.
the top of the cage. If there was a lid on the cage, you wouldn't have got hurt.
If he had to go off the top rope, he would have ate it. He wouldn't have used his legs to be scared at the last moment.
I just it was it confirmed he broke ankle.
I think so. He confirmed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, did
he
he?
was messed up. Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Oh.
But yeah, I had this as 4.5 though, boys.
Ryan,
I liked it.
Why was it missing, dickhead?
thank you. Thank
What
you.
was it missing?
4.5 means it was missing something from a perfect 5-star match.
Listen, I'm sorry, and like this war, I get that they're gonna have an Ulufala match eventually, and we're gonna get some tribal war brouhaha.
Tribal combat is coming, and it's going to be
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
But she should have grabbed it and put it on. It's Samoan Civil War. You have just claimed a first victory. Put the fucking thing on, and then fucking get smacked.
You can win victories, but the whole point is you win your battles, but they need to win the entire war. That was an OG battle win. The war, like the final war, is coming. But what a lot of people don't remember or seem to forget is what Solo said to fucking Fatu and them. I hold this. If Roman holds this, I will acknowledge him, and so will you too. And that comment just got left in the wayside when it was first made, and it means more now than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I saw the funniest meme, and I know, DT, you probably saw it, it was floating around on Twitter. Batista is the reason for the bloodline.
Yep.
Oh, you need to elaborate on that.
If Batista doesn't quit the WWE, Triple H doesn't have to elect Plan B, and Seth Rollins turns on the Shield.
Okay.
Batista made the bloodline.
So wait a
Fucking
second.
actor.
So wait a second. The reason why the bloodline exists is because of duct tape.
Explain.
Don't see
One
the
of the
duct
main
tape.
reasons why.
No. When Batista quits the second time, when the Shield when the
Oh,
Shield
yeah, that was the first time. Fine.
Yeah.
That would have been even better.
yeah, when the Shield and Evolution have their feud, he quits and he just does the wave after the Blue Tista thing.
That's
Yeah,
I
if
forgot
that
that
don't
was the
happen-
second run.
Plan B don't happen. Seth don't turn on Roman. All of that shit. Batista made the bloodline.
Fair. I just want to I want to really quickly point out something. Heavy G's been like really. I know I'm picking on him a lot on this one, but I love this because he's sitting here bitching about how guys when they did the old war games they would never get hurt and they would do 27 shows and
I was about to say, wait a minute. Brian Pillman got dropped on his head.
Never happens in war games at all. Nobody gets at all. No.
Wait a minute. Didn't James J. Dillon break his leg? In
Also, yes.
Shoulder.
That was the more.
James J. Dillon separated
Oh, it was
his
the
shoulder.
It was the shoulder. Yeah, that's right. But the point is that nobody gets hurt in war games unless it's WWE produced.
I do got to point out how awesome was Jimmy Uso in that fucking match.
I love the fact he came out last.
That was Jey Uso.
Well, that was Jay.
Oh, excuse me.
He's talking about Jimmy.
They're all the
I'm
same.
talking about
You
Jimmy.
racist piece of shit.
Wow,
Jimmy
not
had himself
awesome.
a fucking night.
Jimmy had himself a breakout night. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah,
had himself a night.
no, seriously, he did.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sleazy, keep going.
Oh, well, I guess I will. Okay. Basically the upshot is I love all of this. First of all, did you guys figure out the fact that the two main war games had the two main feuds going into this and they had pretty satisfying endings for the baby faces for both. Like
What
if
the fuck set
they
up?
didn't touch each other ever again, that's fine. Because you basically definitively beat Solo here
Mhm.
and Rhea definitively beat Liv. There you go. That should be the end of those feuds. It won't be, but it should be. And that's part of the reason why I was surprised that the Ulafalo thing didn't come into play at the end of this. because I thought this was going to be the blow off for it, at least for now.
No, this was the Roman wanted to, like, again, if you watch the weeklies,
I don't watch the
Wait,
product.
wait. Thank you.
Roman
on.
makes this whole part of that started on a challenge. He was like, I want that. And he was like, no, but how about we go to Wardo?
Yeah,
Find 4 people that like they touched on that. Again, to the credit of people that do professional wrestling, they've touched on it to tell the story of, oh, this has been brought up, but that's not important. You got to earn. This was Roman earning his right to challenge for it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
we got the WWE title, the World Heavyweight title, and then the Ula Fala.
That fucking Punk's bracelet was a sought after commodity, so don't get that twisted either. Like,
Yeah, and that was
WWE
broken.
is so good. Yeah, WWE is so good to get stuff like that over as an important thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm jokingly shitting on it, but you're absolutely right. Match was great. Once again, little nitpicks here and there about had to find shit under the ring and spots were a little contrived, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Bronson doing that spot was amazing. Jimmy doing the camera work on Jimmy's top of the cage spot, flawless. I am shocked they didn't run that back in the replays, because the original shot was probably one of the best shots of the entire night, without question. I gave it 4 1/4. So
I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was a great match, but I was kind of disappointed in it, I guess.
4 stars, it was shit.
Kinda. Like, I mean,
You're right. It was shit. You're right.
I was expecting so much more, and maybe that was on me. My expectations were really high for this match, and while it was still a great match, it was more so like, oh, that's the match they had. Cool. CM Punk did like nothing in it. Like,
I think that was kind of by intent, though.
Like, he did nothing in it, but then he gets a favor for Paul Heyman for doing nothing. Cool, awesome. You could have thrown me in that fucking match, and it would have been the same. Like, I don't. I don't know. I thought it was, that part was kind of underwhelming, and the whole him and Roman interactions were great. So I guess that served his purpose with him being in there. But as for actual wrestling spots, he didn't do much. Match was still great again. I think the right kids died. But other than that, I was just a little disappointed. And again, that could have been my expectations were just so much high for this match that I just was like, okay. That was it. Cool.
I hope CM Punk's favor isn't money. Yes.
I got a question for you guys. Because of what happened last year, of craziness that happened at WarGames, do you think that this year we might have been expecting a little too much because of what happened last year?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
It's the Mick Foley Hell in the Cell expectations go up.
When they won, and they had a shot on them for the longest time. And I'm sitting here waiting. I'm like, where's the
When's
final
Lesnar
boss?
coming out?
Where's Rock? No,
Where's
where's Rock?
Rock?
Where's the final boss? Final boss, where are you? Why hasn't this
somebody
happened yet?
big. Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for it. And
I actually thought Lesnar. So
that's what I was thinking. Because eventually having like the 3-man power trip, that has to be explored.
I also, like, again, WWE's trained us, and maybe again this is by intent that they linger on something for so long that something's going to happen, and then nothing did, and it's all like, oh. And I hear people online is like, oh, the pay-per-view was shit because there was no surprises.
We don't need surprises.
You don't need surprises.
It's a great thing that it happens.
If there's a surprise every night, then it's not a surprise anymore.
there was a surprise exactly 1 year ago with Punk.
Yeah.
There was a surprise. The reason why we talk about the linger is because of Tommaso
Johnny-
Ciampa.
I was just gonna say Johnny
Yeah.
Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. Yep.
So I love it when they
Was
fail
that the
to
first
pay that
time
off.
they did that? Like in all of WWE?
that I
Yeah,
remember.
It's the most memorable one.
That I remember it. It may not be the first, but it's the one that I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was so shocking. Because it was post the credit thing coming up, everything. You know, it was intentionally way late.
No, fair enough. Like, and I think of other incidents like we did it when Walter's debut,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing is that, well, the Punk thing too, to an extent. Like nobody expected Punk to just walk out after WarGames because fuck you. Because Orton came back. Everyone thought, oh no, it's not going to be Orton, it's going to be Punk.
The
Oh,
fucking video of Orton. Can I not enjoy 10
10
fucking minutes of my return? Fucking.
I love it. Fucking A. God damn, pal.
And then he hugs him right away.
Right?
Yeah.
Overall thoughts on the show, I thought it was a great show. The last 4 matches I gave 4 stars, and then there was a 3 and a 2.5. So the last half of that show was really, really, really great.
All of that show was really, really, really great, I think. I think the first bit of that show was getting underrated by you guys. But that, for top to bottom, that whole pay-per-view was fucking great.
And then here's Heavy G shitting on it.
Is he though?
Maybe it's like you always say to me. You always like my view because it's different. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. How dare you?
I just don't like pinfall.
So,
like,
if it was called anything different than War Games, would you like it better?
see,
No, because he'd still call it a War Games ripoff. Duh.
no, but if you call it something, but see, to me,
He's harkening back to
the original WarGames
1987. Okay.
has the lid, and you gotta make somebody submit.
Rage in the Cage. If it was called
Cage of
that,
Survival.
Malice in the Palace.
Slotfest.
Like-
So do you like Blood and Guts more because it has a roof?
There's another thing I don't like about it. Was there any blood?
No.
doesn't need to be.
I'm not cage match with no blood,
It's happened before. It'll happen again.
and I don't
Color
have to
wasn't
like it
needed for
before.
this.
I don't have to like it again.
Whoa. Just because your Cowboys beat a shit team, man, doesn't mean you gotta get all
Hey,
hyped up here.
Dude,
Take it
you
easy.
be quiet about my Cowboys.
Our Cowboys.
That's right.
No.
Tampa Bay win.
Yeah.
Who'd they play?
A shit team.
Okay, then.
The
If you
Jets
have-
probably.
No,
The
the
Survivor
You
Series,
said
though.
that. You said a shit team. I know Jets are one.
I know I've touched on this before, but has everybody else finished their thoughts on the show before I go into this part?
I have one thing.
I haven't.
You guys say the right kid died at these war games. To me, the war games were built. Heels feed, baby faces get over. I don't think there's been a lot of times in all the war games matches that the baby faces team didn't win. I remember one time in WCW when the NWO won, they slammed Flair's head in the cage and
they won twice.
all this other stuff. But still, it's meant for the baby faces to get over. So I mean,
Use the cage as a plot point. That's what Undisputed Era, Bloodline. I mean, they're
Right.
using it as a plot point.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Baby faces win every time. It's not predictable. Just like the heels winning the coin toss every time.
right?
Which they didn't this year.
No, which I was shocked. I didn't like it. That I hardly watched the product while I played Sleazy, but when I saw that the faces that the Belair's team had the advantage, I'm like, this is new.
They've done it before.
Well, yeah, they've done it before, but
Gotta change it up every once in a while. Deets, go ahead.
Thank you.
So I'm ready for
No.
bed.
This is twice now we have gotten a PLE that the next night both shows were fucking bangers.
Was it
So
because they
they-
were in the same area?
Well, they were in what? Everett, Washington. What's that near Seattle?
Oh, so
Um,
they went down a little
Yeah,
bit.
they went down.
yeah.
But this is now twice because Raw was incredibly good. Like cinema good. So I liked how they if this is going to be the continuance up until the Netflix deal, I'm happy. I'm real happy. So for me, if I've got to put a star rating on the show, solid 4.
All right, Sleazy.
I give it a 7 out of 10. I thought the worst match was the women's war game match. In my opinion, it was still 3. You know, it's good. Like there wasn't anything that I would not go back and watch. I wouldn't like outright seek out this show per se, but there's nothing in here that I wouldn't watch again.
Heavy G would watch both WarGames matches over and over again on loop.
And masturbate to them.
6.5.
Frivolously.
I love the lead up to the men's war game match. I mean,
Don't say
part
another
where-
guy.
Well, I liked it. I loved it when CM Punk started to get ready to go in, and then all of a sudden we did that to CM Punk, and then CM Punk does the one-upmanship on him again. It was good. 6.5.
I don't think anybody else caught that one, Deets.
You're welcome.
I didn't even hear what he
Yeah.
said.
It was a Ron White reference.
All right, we
God
good.
bless you, man.
Are we good?
We good.
I assume we're not going to do news and rumors because fuck.
No, yeah,
Our voices are already trashed.
Yeah.
Deets, put yourself over.
At Legendary Deets on the X, come check it out. Let's talk shit, especially on Maryland sports.
Ryan, put yourself over.
Ryan Buck Gotch on Reddit and Twitter. We're going to do After Dark actually in 2 days. Well, in a day and a half, I suppose. Another Jeopardy episode. So that should be fun. As always, Kevin J. Callis. Affirmative. There we go. That's when you throw in the affirmative. I'm kind of sad because he sent me a shirt and Canada Post is on strike up here. So like we're not getting any
right.
Yo, no way.
Right? Because he sent me a message. And again, I was like, cool. He asked for my address, my shirt size. Obviously, I knew what was coming. And then he's like, I hope you get your shirt in time for your next episode. And I tell him, he's like, that sucks. I was like, dude, the second you sent that or you asked for it, Canada Post hadn't got on strike. And Canada Post went on strike like not long after. So I'm just hearing like, oh, please tell me you sent that by carrier pigeon, by like Eskimo Drive, like something. Like, so the reason that there's no Reddit quote night because we'll be doing some Reddit nonsense on fucking Thursday.
Yeah. Remind me, I got something else to deal with later with you. Heavy G, put yourself over.
You can see me and the Hall of Famer Fat Man on the Best Darn Sports Show, period 2, this Thursday before the wrestling show After Dark. We're going to talk updated college football playoff rankings. Fat Man's going to talk his favorite sport, baseball, with all the free agents coming up. We're going to talk about the disturbing trend in college football with people disrespecting the other team's logo at midfield. Much, much more coming up on the Best Darn Sports Show, period 2, Thursday. What are you thinking about, Fat Man? About 6:30, 7 o'clock?
I have the day off, so I can go. I have the doctor's appointment at 3:30, then I'm free after that. So
We'll go over so we can be there for Ryan's show After Dark. So check it out. We got some great stuff coming up on Thursday.
Heavy G, take us home. I can't do this anymore.
Okay. I guess I am Heavy Jeezy.
that for the Fat Man, I guess.
We are Sleazy the Fatman on X, Instagram, Threads, now Blue Sky, and TikTok. Please like and follow us there. Find our videos on Twitch TV, Sleazy and The Fatman, YouTube.com, Sleazy and The Fatman, and premium content on OnlyFans.com, The Wrestling Show. Like and subscribe on all your favorite platforms, and click that notification icon on YouTube, and that you can explore more content on TheWrestlingShow.com, including articles, merch, and more.
Thank you. So with that, thank you to Dietz. Thank you to Ryan. Thank you to Heavy G. As always, for Sleazy.
For the Fat Man.
This is the Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Hot dog is a sandwich.
No, it's not. You're fucking wrong, you fat piece of shit.
Oh, I'm totally right, you fat bastard.
You're not. Fuck Dave Meltzer. We did not say that all show today. Fuck Tony Khan and his alleged coke habit. A hot dog's not a sandwich. A sub is not a sandwich. A burger is a sandwich. Burritos and tacos are not sandwiches. Next week, NXT Deadline?